Zeg je amigas nog?
Zeg je amigas wat?
Die droom die je hebt gehad.
Not today. Not today. Did you?
I could have go back home, you know.
Yeah, you could have went back home, but he was like, nah.
There was a choice. I made a choice to follow you.
Yeah, he's gonna stick to this baddie. Hey amigas, what is up and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Jennyfer Ross and I'm back at it again with yet another video. Today I'm here joined with my boyfriend that
Benni.
you all know, Benny, indeed. And today we are gonna film for you a video that you all have been asking for. Not everyone, but a lot of people have been asking for this video. So we're gonna give it to you. It is the video in which we tell you all about the process of us moving to the Netherlands. So yeah, in this video we're gonna tell you all about the process of us moving from the Netherlands to
Didn't
Belgium.
we have a video about this already?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Especially not like this. People really want to know like all the information that you normally would have to research. We're just gonna give it to you from our point of view. Of course, things that we don't have any experience with, we will not be able to inform you about, but we're gonna try our best to answer all the questions that I have been collecting for years. Okay, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also make sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos from me. And also let me know in the comments down below if you thought that this was helpful. If there's anything else you want to know, if we need to make a second video on this, let us know in the comments down below.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna give a quick little disclaimer. This video is mostly from a point of view from moving from the Netherlands to Belgium, because the questions that I get are from people that live in the Netherlands mostly and want to move to Belgium. All the answers that we're gonna give you, they apply for everyone who wants to move to Belgium regardless. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there. But yeah, we're gonna get started.
And some things may have been changed in the meantime.
Yeah, some things may have been changed in the meantime, but we do recommend to also research everything for yourself wherever you are moving. Maybe Belgium, maybe anywhere else. Research very well before you move somewhere, you know? Alright, so first of all, where is Belgium? Belgium is in Europe and it borders with the Netherlands, it borders with Germany and also with France and partially with the sea. Belgium is familiar for waffles, for patatje stoofvlees, Belgian fries, chocolate. Did I already say that?
No.
Chocolate and a lot of things, I would say. Manneke de Bis also. I am Jennifer and this is my boyfriend
Benni?
Yes, and we have been living in Belgium for the past 7 years. I just looked it up. We moved here in 2014. And the reason why we moved here, for me, it was because I was graduated. I felt a little stuck in life. I was living in the Netherlands before this and I couldn't find a job at the time. So I figured I would move abroad, like try my luck elsewhere. And the choice fell on Belgium. Why did you move to Belgium?
Because I had to follow you.
Yeah, we were in a relationship and he didn't have much of a choice.
What? I had a choice.
Did you?
I could have go back home, you know.
Yeah, you could have went back home, but he was like, nah.
There was a choice. I made a choice to follow you.
Yeah, he's gonna stick to this baddie. Yeah, anyways, that's us. And yeah, we have been loving it so far, but we're gonna like talk to you a little bit about the questions that we have got. First thing is the process. How did that went for us?
We looked up what we should have done. So actually you need to also tell them that your nationality is like
Dutch.
You're really an EU person?
Yes, I am an EU citizen, which is yeah, a citizen of Europe. So therefore it is not difficult for me to move anywhere within Europe. I don't need like a work permit or a visa or anything like that. So on that no, that would be easy. It would be the same for me as moving to Amsterdam in that point of view. However, we decided to first like talk about it, like where we want to move and stuff. And then we came with Belgium just because it was just as moving to Amsterdam in our situation, and also because it was easier for us with the language, since it was still Dutch. And how we basically started is by looking up houses, like what it would cost for us to live here and if we were able to even afford it in the first place. I feel like that's what we started with.
Yes.
So, yeah, right?
Yeah.
So we started out with looking up houses. We were initially planning on studying here, so we also looked up schools and all of that, and just figuring out how our life would look like when we would live here. We made an appointment. We decided like, yes, this is something that we're interested in because it looks like something that fits us very well. So we decided to make appointments to look at apartments, and we made 3 apartments at the same time.
We found the houses through our website called OSMO Web.
Yes.
That's where we found the houses,
Yes.
and then we made appointments to have how do they call it?
A viewing?
Yes.
Yeah, a viewing.
And we tried to make all of those appointments
on the same day.
On the same day, so that we had to travel just one time.
Yes.
And
we also made an appointment with school the same day too.
Yes, with school also the same day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we started.
Yes.
And then we got a house. But the thing is, because she's an EU citizen, she only needs to register with the, how do they call it?
The town hall?
The town hall, and then she gets like a permit, an ID card.
Yeah,
right?
An ID card.
And because I'm not a EU citizen, I have the Surinamese nationality. Is it Surinamese?
Yes, it is.
And I was in the Netherlands with a study visa, a study visa.
Yeah.
So I had to do a whole another process from her. So hers was, I think,
very easy. I just had to register.
And I can't start my process until hers is finished.
Yes.
So
yeah,
we had to wait like 2 or 3 months. So then she was done, but she had work and everything. But as long as she didn't got her register number, I couldn't start my process. So that are the differences between Jenny and me.
Yeah.
So I had, my process took like a year, right?
Almost, yeah.
Almost a year. But you get like an orange
temporary card.
A temporary card, and they gave you like some things you need to get in order within 6 months, because you need to find work, you need to take care of your health care, you need to find a house, all those type of things. And after 6 months you need to go, and then they will review everything, and then they will send it to Brussels, and then Brussels is gonna decide if you get a 5-year permit or if you just need to fuck off.
Yes. Well, that is that story in a very short and brief situation. Looking for a house. The websites that we looked, or that you can use, are emoweb.be, it still works, and zimoweb.be.
Everything with emo in it.
Yeah, but I'm just giving it to them if anyone wants to look it up. Those are the 2 that we used. We used emoweb, by the way, and a tip that we have is to rent directly from the owner. Yeah, to rent directly from the owner. In that way you can
also read your contract, because sometimes they give you 9 years.
Yes.
And
that is crazy.
Yes, they give you 9 years, but we had very flexible owners from the start. We had very flexible owners. What you also should do is you need to choose carefully where you're gonna live, because especially if you're gonna work in the city, try to work live close, because transportation is very good, but when those people are just like protesting, you have a big problem, and work doesn't want to hear nothing about that. So you can't go living far where you need a train to come to work. And
unless you can work from home.
Yes.
But he works in a hospital, so yeah, they count on him, and he needs to be able to get to work regardless. So that is definitely a point that you need to keep into consideration when looking for a house. And yeah, another thing is like the postal codes. Just look it up, like postal codes in the area that you want to live. For example, we did Antwerp, but Antwerp is big. It has multiple postal codes. So just look those up from, hoe zeg je, deelgemeentes? Like
districts?
From districts like around Antwerpen, because maybe you don't want to live directly in the city as well, you know. It all depends, and it depends on what you like and what you want.
And the renting prices also get cheaper the more you go outside the city.
Yeah, the more you go out, the cheaper it is.
But remember, if you work in the city and you need to go, you're gonna be in
you're gonna be stuck.
You're gonna be stuck like file. Traffic. But if you, like she said, if you can work from home, it doesn't really matter. It will be beneficial for you because you can just live outside the city and it's very cheap. You can get a house for like 600-700 euros a month.
Yeah.
And with that money, you can get like a small apartment in the city. So it's what you want. You can make what you want of it.
Yeah. Our first apartment was 450 euros.
With the service costs and all those things.
With all those things, it was 450, almost 500, I would say. And where we currently live, we pay 745 a month, and that is in euros. Just putting it out there if you were wondering. That's what we're paying.
But you also need to say what's the difference, because
we don't live in the heart of the center no more.
Yeah, and that was a very small apartment. But now we have a bigger apartment, and we have like how do they call it? A garage.
Yeah, a garage box.
A garage, and you have like a parking space in front of the garage. And in the city, you don't have that.
Any of that.
If you want that, you will have to rent it. So those are the differences that you have.
So we made quite an upgrade, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah, because we just made quite an upgrade.
The only thing is that when our first house, we were like in the city. So if we step out, we were like just in the city.
Yeah.
That was fun. And now we need to like make a 20-minute ride to the city.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So next is the point, like how much you need to save up to move here. We saved up like
6 months.
We saved up for 6 months, but how much was it again that we had? I think I saved up like almost 1,700 euros or something, which wasn't quite enough.
But
depending, depending. So in total, we had like maybe
almost 5,000-6,000.
Yeah, but that's how much would you recommend having?
It depends on the house.
Yeah, it depends.
And also, how do they call it? Border? Is it your...
you need to make a down payment.
Yes,
and it needs to be 3
months.
It
was 2 months.
It used to be two months.
It was 2 months, so you need to...
And including the month that...
You're gonna live there.
Yeah,
so actually you need 3 months.
Yes.
But now it's 4 months.
Yeah, you need
3 months down payment and the month that you will start living in that house.
Yes.
So
if
your house is like 1,000 euros a month.
That's a lot.
Excluding like water bill, electricity bill, you need like 4,000 to start living in that house. So, and you need to also keep in mind that you need to find work. If you have work coming here, it's better. But we had to
find new work.
And I needed to wait like
several months.
9 months, because we were here September, and you find work. You got work
next week.
She got lucky. She got work very quickly.
Yeah.
But I could start looking for work in 2015.
Yeah.
April. So
that was crazy.
Yeah.
It was a long time. So yeah, definitely keep that. It all depends. I would recommend saving as much up as possible. Like 6,000 to 7,000 is enough, because not everybody has like the same luck. So also keep in mind like having money to survive on if you don't find a job immediately. But finding a job, to me, it wasn't that difficult. There is work if you want to work. That's what I believe. There is work anywhere, and work is work. I'm not saying like you're gonna be a CEO or whatever, but there is work if you want to work. If you need something temporarily, there is work. There's enough work to do.
Moving, you also need to, if you're gonna live in a story building, you also need to hire a lift, and you need to go to the police to like ask for a permit.
Yes.
So those things you also need to, because they can't just come and
just
block it, or if you don't, because the police is gonna barricade it so that the lift is there.
Yeah.
But
also to make it safe for people
yes.
who are walking.
Because if you get there that morning and there is no parking space for the lift, you cannot move.
Yeah. And also like so therefore we already mentioned it, but you need to save up enough money to keep all of those things in mind when you're moving.
And depending where you go also, like what neighborhood, you also need to see like sometimes on a Sunday you also can't move.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of
things to keep into consideration. Absolutely.
To get a permit, they really want to see that you found work.
Yeah.
So if they give you 6 months to find work, you can't go back after 6 months saying, yeah, I didn't find what I want.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a big red flag, and they're gonna be like, they extend your process. Yes.
Ah, okay.
Because then they're gonna say like, oh, okay, another 6 months. That means, in my case, I got mine in April, and in July they send it to Brussels.
Okay.
So if I didn't have work in July, they would have extended with 6 months.
Damn.
So then at the end of that year, they would send it, if I had found work, they would have sent it to Brussels then. So those are those little things that really play a big role. Like if they tell you need to find work, fix your healthcare, and also don't get little fines like parking your car in the wrong space, because all those things, they
adds up.
They have a reason to just extend it. Even if it's a small thing to you, they have the power to say, okay, we're gonna extend it. Also, you get an interview when you come and stay here.
Yeah.
If you're a couple, you're gonna get
also by yourself though. You got a mini one, but like as a couple, you get a big interview.
And the one as a couple, it's not difficult, but
they can figure out if you're a real couple or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
They asked Jenny what we watched.
Yeah.
Right? If we did something together. Jenny said, we watched a series. Let's say it was You.
Yeah.
Right? And then they're gonna ask me like, do you know the series You? And I'm gonna say, oh yeah, I watched it. And so then they're gonna ask you a character out of that series. Are they
things like that?
Yeah, very innocent things that it's not even tricky, but they're just gonna see like.
Well, it is. If you're not a real couple, then you're gonna fall through. I feel like
but it's not tricky.
Not for us because we were a real couple.
No,
and we were actually living together.
No, but it's not tricky. Is when you try to trick someone. But actually, if you did it together,
then it shouldn't be a problem.
That's what I mean.
It's just like the thing is just. It is, I was just very nervous because of course his stay is on the line. So I was just nervous about it and I felt like I needed to answer everything right. But the questions she was asking me, I was just being honest and it shouldn't be difficult then. But if you are faking it, because apparently it's a trend of people coming here and faking being together, and I don't know what is the reason behind that. However, if you are a real couple, you have nothing to worry about. Just be honest, be upfront, and it will all be fine.
Yeah.
You need proof of like your relationship, like trips that you made together, hotel bookings that you did together.
But you need to say it like they want plane tickets.
Yeah.
They want to see like you're paying the bill in the house that you guys are living in.
Yeah, things like that. It needs to make sense.
Yes. Who's paying healthcare? Do you have like a transportation subscription with that address? Those are the type of things that they're not gonna ask you ticky-tacky things. They're gonna ask you specific things. And if one thing don't add up, your process gets extended.
Yeah, that's what it is. When you are registered, you need to wait for the police to come.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you need to wait for the police
The
to come.
neighborhood police.
Yeah, the neighborhood police, and this can be a very tacky process just because you need to keep. Yeah, you have to be home. You have
one person.
Yeah, one person needs to be home. We missed him multiple times, which extended the process even more.
And
so
every time that you miss him,
yeah,
it's a month extended.
Yeah, it was so annoying. And just because he wanted to start working and getting his shit together, it was really, really annoying. So it took us for sure like 2 months or something. And also, what he looks for when he comes, I noticed like the second time when we moved to this apartment, it was completely different. But the first time he came in, he looked at the toothbrushes, if there are two. He looks like just if it's a situation where both people are living. And yeah, so it needs to be real. So just so you know, but maybe that's only for our situation, and that's just because Benni is not a EU citizen. Maybe it's for that reason.
No, they do it all.
Huh?
They do it everywhere.
Even if both people are from EU citizens.
If you register together, that you're together.
Okay, yeah.
And also,
but for our second house, they didn't do that.
If you're in a big city, you're gonna wait longer. And
Yeah,
when we were here, he came quite fast.
Yeah, he came the same week.
Yeah, he came the same week. Yes, in a few days. So that also, if you want to be quick, you just live outside the city. Also, going to the town hall, you get your appointments quicker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. I have another thing before I start talking about jobs. For this house, we also needed, and also from our other house, I think, we needed to like have a separate account at the bank to put the deposit in. And I think that's the deposit for the house, the down payment that you have to make. You need to put that in a separate account, and then when you move out, it will be returned to you. But in the meantime, it is blocked. It is not something that the owner can touch, and we can't touch it either.
Yes.
But it's just the bank is keeping that money for us. And I believe that that's the normal way of doing it. So keep that into mind too, that is something that you might have to make an appointment for.
And if you and your landlord have different banks, he's gonna choose what bank. So you may have to open a new account at the other bank.
Yeah. So that's definitely something. Then jobs. You can find jobs anywhere, like I already said. A lot of places offer like working from home possibilities right now as well. Of course, Benni works in a hospital. You can't do that job from home, but
I can.
Yeah, you can do that job from home. But I would say like finding a job was easier here for me than it was in the Netherlands. And especially I had 2 jobs in my whole time here. I worked the first year in a store, and then after that year I wanted something different, and I found something like that. And the switch to the new job is also very, very easy. So I believe that if you want to work, then it shouldn't be a problem. I got a lot of questions about people asking me about like welfare checks. Is that welfare? Like how it is to be here on welfare, or how you can apply for welfare uitkering.
You need to stay away from that.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
You need to stay away from
don't
that.
Don't come here and expect them to give you.
No, but it's not like that.
They don't like that.
Belgium is. They're gonna give you a fair chance. I'm gonna be very honest about that. They're gonna give you a fair chance. But the orange card that I got, they also told me like, don't try to ask for welfare.
Okay.
If they did? Yeah, they did. They will give you a list like when you register. Like I think the first 5 years, don't ask for those things because they will feel like you come here to profit. Yeah. And it may sound harsh, but I generally think that things go so fast. If you just go to the appointments on time, you can get your things fixed very quick. But there are certain things that you really, really need to stay away from, because if they just get a sniff like, okay, it's done.
Yeah.
They really shut it down that quick.
Yeah.
You know, they are, I have a feeling that in the Netherlands, it's very difficult for the process to go from A to B, from B to C. Belgium, you can get it very quick. Yeah. It goes
especially
quick.
The registration and stuff, it goes very fast.
Yes.
But it can also get taken away from you very fast if you misuse the system.
Yes. So welfare things, I think if you come, just give it time.
Yeah. And also, like, we never came here with that intention, so we don't have any experience with that either. We just came here, found work. He was very well prepared for the move, even to survive, like, financially and all that. He was very, very well prepared. We're gonna wrap this part up because this video is getting very long. We will upload part 2 on the same day, so don't worry, it also will be on my channel, so go check that out. But we just want to keep it like pleasant, you know. So this video has a part 2. You can see it like a Twix. You get the package with 2. You can watch it in a row, or you can save one for later. Whatever.
All right.